Now, let's see. This is cause number 300624. Case is style the state of Texas versus Beverly Ann Gilder. Ms. Gilder, that's your full name.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Gilder, how are you doing?
Okay.
That's good. Ms. Gilder, you're represented by Attorney Adams, and Attorney Adams and the state has reached an agreement in your case. Okay. Okay, just, okay, this is cause number 300624. Now, Beverly Ann Gilder is the defendant in this case. Ms. Gilder, your attorney and the state has reached an agreement in your case. And the agreement is that you'll pay restitution. And Mr. Shearer, what was that amount?
It was $727.
$727. How much time do you need to get that amount of money?
How many times?
Yeah,
I need to do now. I mean, you know,
I know, I'm saying, how much do you need? 30 days, 60 days?
for 30 days,
You say what?
30 days.
30, you'll have it in 30 days? Okay, so we'll just keep it at the same. So the court date is reset until May 6th of 2022. Ms. Gilder, you can get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset from her, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, thank you. Court is in session in cause number 329-350. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Avion Ken K. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Johnson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Johnson?
I'm all right.
That's good. Mr. Johnson, you're here represented by your attorney Alvin Samuel. Attorney Samuel, how you doing?
It's a great day.
That's good. Now, Mr. Johnson, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This document was filed by the District Attorney's Office. In this document, it alleges that on or about January 6th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Mr. Johnson, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Johnson, how do you plead? Are you pleading no contest, no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
He was supposed to initially put his signature on that line where it says, he's put his initials. Okay, Mr. Johnson, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Johnson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, AJ, on a line next to a box that's titled Nolo Contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, Mr. Johnson, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature? On the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Mr. Johnson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, before you sign and initial these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Samuel, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1 and State's Exhibit Number 2 to probable cause affidavit. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any
No
objections?
objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Samuel, you've advised and counseled Mr. Johnson. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, your attorney, Mr. Samuel, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Judge.
What is that agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement is for 35 days time served in Jefferson County Jail with court costs to be taxed and retired.
Mr. Johnson, the state is offering that you serve 35 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 35 days in jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $337, but you will not have to pay the court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Johnson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Johnson, please stand on the X next to your attorney. You're gonna follow the recommendation of our court clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Oh, you too.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Sammy, I think this is your only case. You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Peace be with you.
Okay, same to you.
I just need you right down in the blue square. This is like the bar, and then copy right there.
Free to go.